Hey there friends, welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about two things. We're going to be talking about silent E words, and we're going to be talking about syllables, specifically two-syllable words where one of those syllables is a silent E word. So we're going to be looking at how we can have those open syllables, those closed syllables, the long vowels, the short vowels, and how we can put them together to make words. So the lesson today is provided by our good friends over at Lexia. Big shout out to them for putting this together. Let's go ahead and get started. So this is Silent E Syllables Lesson 1. We will do Lesson 2 on this next week. Let's take a look at this word here. I know that this word says life because it has a silent E at the end. If it didn't have the silent E, the word would be lith. But I know that it's not lith because that silent E makes our vowel long and strong and say its name. So in this word, we could sound it out, life. I know this word isn't Tim because it has a silent E. Silent E is making the vowel long. Long I says its name, I. So if I sounded out this word, it would say time. I know this word says time because it has a silent E and a long vowel I. Now I can put these two words together to make a bigger word, lifetime. I want you to listen to my sentence as I use the word lifetime and see if you can hear these words put together. My grandma has had a long lifetime. Did you hear the word? We took the words life and time and we put them together to make one big word, lifetime. You'll sometimes hear these called compound words, where we're taking two words and putting them together to make a new one. Lifetime means exactly what you think it would. The time of a person's life. So we put the words together and we can still hear each word separately by listening to the syllables. The word lifetime has two syllables, life, time. We hear the word life first and then the word time. We can think about how many times our jaw drops, life, time, or by how many vowels we hear, life, time. We know that each syllable has to have at least one vowel, or each syllable has only one vowel, so that this word has two syllables. Again, the syllables in this word are life, time, to make the word lifetime. Let's take a look at these words. Our first word is in, and our second word has a silent E on there, V-I-T-E. That silent E is going to make our vowel long and strong, so that word would be vite. If we put those words together, we have invite, invite. Listen as I use the word invite in a sentence and see if you can hear it. I'm going to invite her to my party. Invite. Now let's count the syllables in the word invite. Invite. My first syllable has a short vowel sound, I, but my second syllable has a long vowel sound, I, and that's because of that silent E at the end. So the word invite has the sounds in and vite. Now I'm going to say a word and I want you to tell me which two of these words I'm using to make that word. But first let's sound out what we have here on the page. Up here we have and hand. Good. Up here on the right side we have shake. Shake. Very good. We know that it's a long A because it has the silent E at the end. And at the bottom we have the word made. Made. Very good. That word also has a silent E, meaning that the vowel is going to be long and strong, which is why we hear the long A. So again, our words are hand, shake, and made. Which two of these words am I using to make one bigger word here in my sentence? That is a handmade blanket. Which two words did I use? Good, I used hand and made. That is a handmade blanket. The word handmade has two syllables, hand, made. The second syllable, made, has the long A silent E. Let's look at these words as we put them together. So we have hand and we have made. Then we can put them together to make the compound word handmade. If something is handmade, that means that it's made by hand. So a lot of the times these compound words mean exactly what you think they will. We're taking two words that can work together to mean something similar, but a new word altogether. Let's look at these words again. They're the same words we had before: hand, shake, and made. Which two words am I using in this sentence? I have a firm handshake. Which two words did I use? That's right, I used hand and shake. I give a firm handshake. Let's count the syllables in handshake. Hand, shake. Handshake. This word has two syllables. The second syllable has a long vowel silent E. Because we see the E at the end, it's making the A in the syllable shake long and say its name. So the word handshake has two syllables, hand, shake, and the second syllable has a silent E. Listen as I use these words, and let's sound them out together. First up, we have a word L-A-K-E. This word has a silent E at the end, which means the A here, our vowel, is going to be long. So let's sound it out. L-A-K. Lake. Very good. Our next word also has a silent E, and this time it has an I. So because of that silent E, we're going to have a long I. If we sounded it out, it would be O-I-N. Line. Very good. And at the bottom, we have another word with a silent E, again with a long I, so this word would be S-I-D. Side. Very good. So the words you have to choose here are lake, line, and side. Listen as I use two of our compound words here in a sentence. And see if you can figure out which ones I used. I have a cabin at the lakeside. Yeah, good job. I used lake and side. When we take the words lake and side and put them together, we get the word lakeside. Let's count the syllables in lakeside. Lake, side. The word lakeside has two syllables. Both of these syllables are silent E words, lake and side. But it has two syllables that we hear in the word, lake, side. Let's look at these words again. Listen as I use two different words in this sentence. He has to sit on the sideline. Good, I used the word side and line. He has to sit on the sideline. When we take the words side and line and put them together, we get the new word sideline. Let's count the syllables in sideline. Side, line. Good job. Both of the syllables in the word sideline are silent E syllables. The word side and the word line both have a silent E and a long vowel. Let's look at these words. First up, we have B-I-N-E. I know this word doesn't say bin because it has a silent E. That means our vowel is going to be long and strong. So our syllable here is B-I-N. Bine. Good. That's not really a word by itself, but we are going to see it as a syllable as we put these words together. Up here at the top, we have P-E-T-E. This word also has a silent E, which means our E in the middle here is going to be long. So if we sounded it out, it would be P-E-T. Peat. Very good. And down at the bottom, we have C-O-M. This word does not have a silent E, so it's going to have a short syllable, K-A-M. Calm. Very good. So our syllables here are bine, peat, and calm. Listen as I put two of these syllables together to make a word. He is going to compete in the competition. What two syllables did I use to make the word compete? That's right, I used com and peat. If I put these syllables together, compete, I get the word compete. Let's count the syllables. Compete. There are two syllables in the word compete, and the second syllable is a silent E syllable, with a long E in the syllable peat. Let's look at those syllables again. Listen as I use two different syllables to make a word in this sentence. We are going to combine the ingredients to make a cake. What two syllables did I use to make the word combine? Good, I used com and bine. When we have com and bine, and we put them together, we get the word combine. Combine. This word has two syllables. The second syllable is a silent E syllable. We hear the long I because of the silent E at the end. For this next section, friends, if you'd like to grab some sticky notes or note cards, we're going to be doing a little bit of writing. And you'll be able to use the words to build the compound word in front of you using your syllables. If you don't have pencil and paper, that's totally okay. Just follow along with us as we go. If you're going to be writing along with us today, you're going to be putting your note cards in 3 groups. For our first group, you're going to be writing the words home, made, and shine. In your second group, we're going to need the words pole, sun, and tad. And in the third group, we're going to need the words in, Q's, and X. Once you have all those syllables written down, then unpause the video and you can keep going with our next section. All right, friends, so for this section, you're going to need your group 1 words if you have them written down. If not, just follow along. So our group 1 syllables here are home, made, and shine. This picture is showing the word homemade. Go ahead and make the word in front of you or tell me which syllables we would need to make the word homemade. Good, we would need home and made. Then we would have the word homemade. The word homemade has 2 syllables, home, made. Both of these syllables are silent E syllables because we have a silent E at the end of home and a silent E at the end of made. That's making both of the vowel sounds, O and A, long. Go ahead and grab your group 2 words if you have them written down. For this one, we are going to be making the word tadpole. Choose 2 of your syllables to make the word tadpole, or tell me if you don't have your cards. Good, we would need the words or the syllables tad and pole. When we put them together, we make the word tadpole. Let's count the syllables. Tadpole. The word tadpole has 2 syllables. The first syllable has a short vowel, a, and the second syllable has a long vowel, o. That second syllable has a long O because of the silent E at the end. For this picture, we're going to be making the word excuse. Go ahead and grab your group 3 cards if you have them. Go ahead and use 2 of your cards to make the word excuse. Good, we would need X and cuse. Let's count the syllables in the word excuse. Excuse. That word has 2 syllables. The first syllable, X, has a short vowel, e, and the second syllable, cuse, has a long vowel, u, because of the silent E at the end. For this one, you're going to need your syllables shine, sun, and in. And we're going to be using those syllables to make the word sunshine. Use 2 of your syllables to make the word sunshine. Did you choose sun and shine? If you did, you're right on target. The word sunshine uses the syllables sun and shine. Let's count the syllables in the word. Sunshine. The word sunshine has 2 syllables. The first syllable, sun, has a short U, because there's no silent E. The second syllable, shine, has a long I, because it has a silent E at the end. All right, friends, let's put all our skills together. Here we have the word tadpole. How many syllables are in the word tadpole? Very good. The word tadpole has 2 syllables. Which of those syllables has a silent E? The first syllable or the second syllable? Good. The second syllable, pole. P-O-O has a silent E and a long O. Fantastic work, friends. You made it all the way to the end. So now let's hop on over to Seesaw and see what we're working on today. So here in our Seesaw activity, the first thing we're going to do is write our code word. We're going to put it here in the red code word box. I'm going to use my text tool, but you may also write it with the drawing tool if that is easier. So our code word today is going to be tadpole. You're going to type out that word or write it and then put it in the code word box. Once you've done that, you're going to come over to our pictures and our boxes here to write the silent E words. If you don't know what a picture is, there's a little speaker next to it, where if you hover over the speaker and click on it, rose. That rose is very pretty. Rose. You'll be able to hear what the word is and hear it used in a sentence. You may then either use the text tool or the drawing tool to write the word in the blanks. Pay attention to how many boxes you have, because that's telling you how many letters you need. You can also remember that these are all silent E words, so the last letter in all of your words is going to be E. For the rest of the sounds, go ahead and sound it out and write down what you hear. Remember to pay attention, a couple of them might have digraphs or blends, so just try your very best. All right, friends, that's all we have for today. That was awesome work. Can't wait to see what you guys turn in. Rock on, my superstars, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye for now.